Hello everyone, this is our example number 4, and in this example we'll calculate simple interest. And as we know that simple interest calculation will involve a little bit arithmetic expression. So in this example also we'll learn how to use scanf function as well as how to use the normal arithmetic expression to evaluate some expression value. So the first two lines are actually comment, as you can see. So there are two ways, again I am repeating, again there are two ways that you can write comments. One is like this and one is like this, okay. So and then we are including the stdio.h file for using, since we are using printf and scanf function. And then int main is the function where our compiler always starts programming. So here we are declaring the variables. So since for to calculate the simple interest we need a principal, we need the rate of interest, we need the number of years that you will keep the money, and then finally the simple interest variable where we'll put the value of the final interest, okay, after the calculation. So now in this printf we are asking to enter the principal amount, and we are scanning and entering into prin variable print, okay. And since this is a floating point, see the type of the print is floating point, so that is why we are using %f. And again we are asking to enter the interest rate, and then scanf that we are asking the user to enter through the keyboard for the rate variable. And since this is also a floating point, we are using %f. Then the number of years, since this is integer, because your number of years normally it's an integer value, so that is why it's an integer data type, and that's why you are using %d over here. But the syntax of that is ampersand and then the variable name is same over here, okay. Now here is the formula that we are actually using. So what is the formula? That our principal into number of years into rate, the calculation divided by 100. This will give me the simple interest, and then we are printing, and remember that when we are printing we are using this %f, but since that this 10.2 is used for formatting. So what that 10.2 means is it will take the 10 characters width to print the total simple interest amount, but only 2 decimal, up to 2 decimal, okay. So since we know, let's build it and let's run it. So build is complete, okay. So enter the principal amount. Let's say we are dealing with $10,000 or rupees, okay. So enter the interest rate. Let's say interest rate is 15%, okay. And number of years, let's say we are taking for 5 years, okay, for the loan. So the amount that I have to pay is 7,500, okay. So this is correct. Now you see there is a gap, right? Why there is a gap? Because the gap is because that you are using this particular %10.2 f. So if you want to run your program again, you can do it. So enter, but this time you don't have to build it because it's already compiled. So enter the amount, principal amount. Let's say it's a 25,000. Okay, let's say interest rate is 13%, and number of years is, let's say, 4. So over here you can see the interest amount is 13,000, which is correct. Now you see there is a gap, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Since we are telling the system you have to print this number with a 10 character width, since this value, the 13,000.00 is having 8 characters, that is why there are 2 gap in front of it. So 8 character the value and 2 gaps makes it 10 character. And also since over here as you can see 0.2, so that is why it is printing up to 2 decimal. Okay, and then so let's now take the route of what is happening in the memory. So the first two statement is actually, we are declaring the variable, and as you know, once we declare the variables, the memory blocks will get reserved. So this will be for number of years. So I am just marking it with y, but remember in memory location it will be actually the full name, num underscore of underscore years. Okay, so let's say this is our principal location now, and again, this is our rate location for r, and this is for our the actual simply interest location. Okay, but remember one thing, that this yprs will not be there in memory location. We are just writing here for our convenience. So once we enter the principal amount of 10,000, the value 10,000 gets stored into over here. And notice one thing: this p, r, and s are all floating points. So it will the length of this will be 4 bytes. Similarly, it will be 4 bytes. It will be 4 bytes. But this is integer, so it will be 2 bytes. If you are using 16-bit computer, okay. So now you are entering the rate of 10%, let's say, and then you are entering the number of years, which is, let's say, 5. And now you are actually calculating your simple interest over here. So since the expression will be evaluated, it will be evaluated something like this. Our principal is 10,000 multiplied by number of years is 5 into rate is 10. Okay, so divided by 100. So since we know the operator precedence, so since this has a higher precedence, right? So this particular value will be evaluated, and then since both of them are multiplication, so there is no precedence to determine, only the associativity will be determined. So since these are two same, so this will be calculated first, this multiplication. So it will be 50,000, right, the into 10 divided by 100, and then it will be 500,000 divided by 100. So finally it will be 5,000, correct? And then this 5,000 is getting assigned to our simple interest into S. So after this statement, the S will have value 5,000, and then we are printing this value over here, so that 5,000 is getting printed. Thank you for watching this.